Hey,
Hi,
so happy to see you. If you can quickly just introduce yourself in like 140 characters.
my name is Chavi Mittal and I'm the co-founder of Shitty Ideas Trending. We're a digital content creation platform. I'm also the founder of Being a Woman, and I think my sole existence is here because I want to fight for the cause of mothers and for the cause of women, and I want to like empower, make women realize that how empowered they themselves are.
Right? With two kids, two businesses, plus being active on social, plus all the other stuff that you do. How do you do it? And tell me, what's the journey into starting off with fitness?
I think I started out with fitness when I became a mother for the first time. Before that, most youngsters, I mean, we as youngsters are blessed with great metabolism, and little do we know about fitness. Whatever we eat, our bodies digest, and one really never felt the need to do anything about in order to stay fit. So this whole fitness journey began after I became a mother, and that was the first time that I realized losing weight could be a struggle, and I realized that losing weight is also a serious thing, and it's not just the weight. Pregnancy takes away years from your life. I think I must have aged at least 10 years just with the first pregnancy. So I think when I say age 10 years, I mean that the body suddenly deteriorates a lot because there's a lot that a baby takes away from you. So I realized that there has to be something which needed to be done in order to stay fit and in order to be able to take care of the baby as well as I wanted to. And nowadays I see a lot of mothers are hands-on. I mean, everybody wants to do everything themselves. So the want is there, but the body sometimes doesn't support because we feel tired and we feel that okay, itna kar liya, ab workout karne ka kaise energy
Yeah,
nikalunga.
yeah,
So that was
yeah.
like a constant thing. So I still remember that the first time I became a mother, that whole struggle of breastfeeding and working out was something that I found the most challenging. But it took me a little bit of practice to be able to manage that, and that's how it all began. And then there was no looking back. So I continued that in my second pregnancy also, even during the pregnancy and even after the pregnancy was over.
Amazing. It's so ironical. Both of us really started our fitness journeys. Like I got into yoga only because of my first child. Like I started yoga then, and I haven't looked back. So that was ironically even the starting of my fitness journey. And everybody tells me that how did you start? And it wasn't so big back then. But that's the
Yeah.
only reason I can owe like 11-minute delivery to. Like it was literally the only reason because I don't think there was much that I did before or after, except of course playing a lot of sports. But Chavi, I definitely want to talk about what motivates you to get on to I was just telling people before you joined in, there's before you work out every morning, and especially me, I work out like really early. There is a game that your mind and body play, right? Like your mind tells you acha 5 minute or, and the body says nahi nahi chalo utho, late ho jayega, and then the mind says no, forget it, today you've worked very hard, let it go. So does that happen with you? Like how do you snap out of that, and what motivates you?
So I'll tell you, that happens to me very rarely. Firstly, with me, it's the opposite actually. I have to tell myself that I should stop working out now because I'm overdoing it. So I have to tell myself, okay, next 5 minutes, and then I should stop. And then the 5 minutes stretch to 10 and 15. And sometimes I end up working out for like 1.5 hours, which is a lot. I think it's way too much. Shouldn't be doing that because I don't want my body to be trained to be working out 1.5 hours or 1 hour 15 minutes every day. 45 minutes, I think, is ideal. But the times that I do feel that struggle and I feel that, okay, no, I want to snooze in that 5 minutes extra and maybe I'll just skip it, let me just have a wholesome breakfast of pancakes and chocolate sauce and all of
Yeah.
that. I just tell myself that I work so hard, so I don't want to give in to that momentary temptation. So I always fix a day and a time for my binge eating and a day and a time for my, off from the working out. So I always work out 5 days a week, never six. So those 2 days I look forward to eating my heart out and whatever I want to eat and, not working out and just lazing around and things like that. But other than that, I think it's just that I keep telling myself that okay, Saturday is round the corner, and I can give a break. So till then, I want to make this week count.
What's a day in the life of Chavi like?
Okay. Yeah. During the lockdown, it's a difficult question to answer because every day looks different depending on who's cooking and who's doing the jhadu pocha. and what class the daughter has from home today, and what time the little one sleeps. So, it kind of fluctuates. But in a nutshell, it starts with the children, then working out, then eating, taking care of the breakfast and the lunch, then some work, office work or some shoots, whatever is planned for the day, then coming back to food, and then, calling it a day with some television.
What do you tell yourself on a day you can't get out of bed to exercise?
I don't think that has happened in the last 6 years, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
It's not happening. I'll tell you what. The more often than not, I mean, there's a lockdown now, but even during the lockdown, I make it a point to wake up the kids at the same time every day. So even if I don't feel like getting out of bed myself, I have to get out of bed to wake up the kids, because otherwise, their whole routine goes for a toss, and they'll sleep late, and then, everything just, lunch will be late, breakfast will be late, and everything goes for a toss. And that's something which I can do and probably get accustomed to, but not them. They're small. So once I get out of bed to wake them up, then I'm anyway awake, and I have my first, cup of black coffee, and then I can work out. Then there's no stopping me.
Right. That's typically what I tell myself is just think of how you're going to feel. Like, Chavi is extremely disciplined, I must say. Like, of course, it happens to me sometimes. And there are weeks when I go into, self-sabotage as well. I mean, last whole week was, not this week, but the week before was like that, where I said that, no, I just don't want to do it. And I just keep telling myself that just think of how you're going to feel after. And then I just get the zing back, and I want to work out, right? So that typically helps me a lot. Hacks to wake up and exercise every morning. So obviously, clearly, like, people say that put your clothes out, like select your workout. Do you plan like that, what you're going to do tomorrow? Do you make your routines prior? Like, how do you go about picking what you're going to work out the next day?
So I think just as a basic plan, I do have, like, I know that I'm going to do my legs tomorrow, or chest and back, or, arms or shoulders, whatever, or cardio, what I'm going to do. But what exactly the exercises are going to be and how I want to go about it is something that I plan as I go along, because I like to keep it a little impromptu as well. Otherwise, it gets very boring. And there are a lot of times that I try to plan it ahead in time, but I end up doing something else. So there's absolutely no point. I feel it defeats the whole purpose anyway. So just to spice things up, I try to keep it as extempore as possible.
And what do you say are the visible benefits that you've discovered over your fitness journey?
I think firstly, the discipline that comes in life because of your working out routine. Everything else, you're better. I think I'm better able to plan my entire day thanks to that 1 hour that I devote, the exact same hour that I devote in the morning to working out. Okay, so the discipline is there. The efficiency has gone up a lot because there's so much more that I can take out from a day by working out. Third thing is that my health overall has become better because I'm automatically cut down on the junk food that I used to consume. There's better awareness, and that is there. And I feel much more energetic. There were different aches and pains that my body had. Like I have a double slip disc, and I think that has got cured.
Really?
I have a double slip disc, and that has got completely cured thanks to the working out. And if I do not work out for any reason, for 2 months at a stretch, for example, my back pain will come back. So I've experienced that. And yeah, so I think it's just that once your muscles start building up, they start supporting your back also, your spine also. It's just about strengthening every part of your body. And that's what working out does. It's not like building muscles as in bodybuilding, but it's just generally strengthening the whole body. So yeah, working out has helped me in a huge way.
Yeah. I'm really tell me about the slip disc. Was it like bad? Like, how did the doctors advise you not to do weight training and stuff after? That's one of the biggest excuses that people have, that I have a back problem, I have a knee problem, I'm sorry, I can't work out. And
yeah, so the first time I had a back problem, the first slip disc that I had, I was very, very young at that time. I was all of 24, in fact, and I had my whole life in front of me. I just started my television career, I think my show had not even gone on air, the first show that I did. And the doctors had told me that do not bend, no forward bending at all. And you have to sit straight with back support, and you have to lie down straight on your back with, all sorts of things I was told that ye nahi kar sakte, wo nahi kar sakte. I continued to follow that for, I think, a good 5 years. And I don't remember feeling more a cripple than those 5 years, because wait nahi sakte ho aap, you can't skip, you can't run, you can't sit aram se, aada teda like how kids sit, and so many other things. But it's, I think, this one time in my life. Okay. After that, I got pregnant and I had the baby, and then I slowly started working out again, and then I had my second slip disc. So that is the time I met this doctor who told me that if you do not bend your back, you're in a sense just not using those muscles at all. So obviously those muscles are just going to deteriorate, and you're never going to be able to do that. So you have to start bending. You have to start doing everything. You have to start slow, very slow, and see your own body's comfort. But the point is that you have to start somewhere. Otherwise, you will never be able to do that. And right now you're young. When you grow old, then how is your back going to support you ever? And that's when I started doing deadlifts, without any weights. I started bending. I started a little bit of yoga. I started walking a little bit. And, I just followed the signs of my body. Every time my back would tell me that, okay, Chavi, you need rest, I would sit down and rest, even if it was just 10 minutes later. So slowly, I started building it up and started doing everything. And today I can do literally everything. And in fact, the second time that I had my slip disc, I think I had already started working out. And 3 of the top surgeons that I met in Mumbai told me that it's a miracle that you're standing on your feet. Please lie down. Please get admitted. We need to operate on you right now, because what are you doing? You're killing yourself. I just ran away from that office. I never had to do that surgery, and I continued to build on my back, and I'm fine. Yeah. So I feel that little bit of aches and pains, sabko hote hain. And if you are working out, sometimes yoga also, like once yoga also injured me very badly. People say yoga is very safe. I say no, it depends on how you do it. Depends on who's training you, who's teaching you, and how careful you are, how correct you are in your posture.
Correct.
So that is the only thing. Just building your strength slowly, taking each day, one at a time.
Wow, that's commendable. How 2 slip discs and you are like a fitness junkie now. That's a journey. That's amazing. Okay, for everybody here who's been asking a lot of questions, everybody wants to know whether did you have a C-section or did you have normal, and how did you progress your workout routine after your delivery? So if you can walk them through that.
After the C-section?
Did you have a C-section or did you have a normal delivery?
I had a normal delivery the first time. I had a C-section this time.
And how was the workout after both? Did your routine change?
So I still feel that because of the C-section, I'm not being able to do my 100%. Still, it's been a year now. After the normal delivery, I started skipping, I think, after a week of the delivery. And I started gymming after a month of the delivery. I started skipping and I started gymming. With the C-section,
after the first one.
After the first one, after the normal delivery. Yeah. After the C-section, I gave it 3 months before I actually went to the gym. But before that, I just started walking, slow walks in the house, then, outside the house and in the garden. I slowly kept increasing the duration of the walks and the intensity, the pace of the walk. And that's how I started. But full-fledged gymming with proper weights and skipping, I started after 5 months of the C-section.
When your workout or set routine gets cancelled because of some unavoidable external reason, how do you deal with the anxiety and the stress? That is such a valid question, because Chavi, I feel both of us, and like you said, right, that workout creates discipline, and when your schedules, and to discipline, you have to have a schedule, and you're a super planner, I'm assuming, right? You plan to the T. तो फिर वो जो गुस्सा आता है ना जब वो नहीं होता है, that is next level. So my husband and kids are so used to it now. They'll be like, listen, why don't you just finish your workout? You'll be a better, you'll be a different human being after. Does that happen to you as well?
Yeah, it does. And I'll tell you, it's very funny that my 7-year-old daughter, she knows that when mama's working out, because now she sees me working out in the house. Normally I go to the gym when she's in school. But now that she's here, she knows she's around. She does her own workout. She pulls out her own skipping rope and her own yoga mat, and she does her own acrobatics. But she knows that when mama's working out, I don't have to talk to her. She's understood that, because she knows that she's not going to give me a very detailed answer. This is just going to be a yes or no answer, so no point. And even my little one, who's only 1 year old, he crawls out to me and he sees me working out and he sits there and he says, And then he goes back. He knows that, oh, I'm not supposed to touch her right now. She's sweaty. So I tell him, I'm sweaty. I can't pick you up right now. So he'll just crawl away and he'll just do this and he'll crawl away.
That is
But yeah,
adorable.
so there are times when it does happen that, you planned all this and I want to do legs today and I'm all charged up and suddenly something happens and nahi ho pa raha hai. Like it happened recently. Breakfast went for a toss and I woke up late. My coffee got late. So by the time I started working out, it was late, and 10:30 is breakfast time for both the kids. So I have to start cooking at 10:15, which means my workout should start at 9 o'clock latest.
Yeah.
And then I found myself making one pancake and then doing a set, and then making another pancake and then doing one set. It was crazy, and I didn't enjoy that workout at all, and it was horrible. But times like these, what I've learned from my experience is the day that you feel that you're not going to be able to do it and not going to be able to do a good job of it, just skip it and use a Saturday to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to work out 5 days a week. Utna hona chahiye.
Yeah, I agree. And also, to Sakshi, to answer your questions, to answer your question, we are kind of touch me not when we haven't worked out or life hasn't gone as planned. Yes, we do get anxious. Yes, we do get angry. Husbands and kids do bear the brunt of it. So you're not the only one if that happens.
And I think I also just want to add that just because we're mothers, I think we are the ones that put the pressure on ourselves of behaving like goddesses.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like that. Everybody has some or the other thing that they love in life, and even a mother does. I love working out, and that is 1 hour in the day that I really want to devote to myself. And if I devote that 1 hour to myself, I'm a happier person and I'm a better mother. Yeah. So I think there's no harm in accepting that this is my me time. And I want to do what I love doing at this time.
How did you do it when they were younger, Chavi? A lot of people have questions on that, I don't know how to do it with my kids. My kids are, when they're too young or too little, and, it's a single mom, nuclear family. How did you manage it back then? Like, how did you train your elder one to kind of just know that, okay, this is mom's workout time and she needs to do this?
The elder one is now 7, and it is now that it's the first time in life that she's actually watching me work out in front of her eyes. She's never done that.
Okay.
I've always worked out at the time that she's in school. She started playgroup at 1.5. So I think, that's a lot of time. You have a whole year to recover, and then you can start slowly working out at home. And at 1.5, when she started going to school, is when that was my dedicated workout time. She used to only go for 2 hours. But it was more than enough for me to, sort of start getting into the habit of doing that. So it's pretty easy. I've never found any problem with regards to the babies being around, because at some point they will go to school,
Yeah. And even when they're younger, when they haven't started going to school, they nap, yaar. Tabhi kar lo. Like, what's the big excuse? Yeah. I think we make excuses before the time.
Aram is right now 1 year old, and he sleeps every day at 8:15 in the morning. He wakes up at 7. I give him his breakfast, and he goes back to take a nap at 8:15 in the morning, and then he wakes up straight at 10 o'clock. Sometimes he doesn't wake up, and I have to go and physically wake him up at 10 o'clock. So I have 8:15 se leke 10 o'clock tak. Any 1 hour in the middle I can choose, So it's
and
doable.
What I also love is also, guys, try and map your baby's sleep schedule. Like, I think what Chavi's done very brilliantly.
Yes.
She's mapped his sleep schedule to her workout time, right? Which kind of works very well.
So the first thing, I think the first step towards doing or achieving anything for a mother is to set a routine for the baby. If your baby does not have a routine, then you will never have a routine. And if you don't have a routine, then every day will be a day full of surprises, and some of those will not be pleasant surprises. So I think when Aram was 1 month old is when I started sleep training him. When he was 3 months old, he was sleep trained fully. And by 5 months old, he did not need any support to sleep. And I knew that these are the 3 naps he's going to take in the day. This is the time he's going to sleep in the night. This is the time he's going to sleep in the morning. I actually have time to watch TV. I actually have time to go out and socialize for a bit if I want, I actually have the time to work out, and there are different slots that I can choose to work out. Even if I miss the morning slot, he sleeps at 7 o'clock in the night. I can go at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the night also if I want,
Yeah. No, that's very important that you mentioned that, because I think that discipline, and I think the kids also get into that discipline zone. I think that if you start creating that, the kids will also get into it. Okay, let's go to the last bit of it, where you have to say as quickly as possible, right? Like super speed. 5 workout apps that you swear by.
I just use my Fitbit. That's just to track the calories and whatever. But no, I've never really used any apps.
Okay.
Sorry.
A cheat meal for me would be
Either a brownie, like a walnut fudge brownie, or one of those dense chocolate ice creams.
okay. Which brand protein powder do you use, or any protein shakes that you can recommend?
I don't remember the brand, but it's a whey protein that I drink. And
Okay.
I had tried to substitute it with the vegan protein. It was so horrible. I almost gagged on the first sip. So then I switched back to the animal protein, but that's fine.
Okay. Next one is my favorite meal would be, is it breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Dinner.
Okay. One ingredient that you want to just get rid of in your pantry.
Sugar.
One food I have never given my kids.
Sugar.
Okay. One food, okay, that we've done. The day I don't work out, I feel like
Eating more. अब कर ही लिया है तो फिर पूरा ही कर लो. Why cheat with the cheat day?
yeah, okay. My friends think I am mad because
Because I panic too much.
your response to women who give up on their bodies after childbirth.
I just want to tell them that you are what your child is going to look up to. So, what is the example that you want to set for your child? If you don't want to do it for yourself, which I think is also not right, you should be doing it for yourself first. But if you feel that, okay, my child is more important than me, then please do it for your child, but please do it. Don't give up.
Right. Postpartum depression is?
Postpartum depression is something which is very, very real. And it is something which only and only your spouse can help you with. And even if you have nobody to help you with, it will pass. So it is not something permanent. It is temporary. It will pass and you will emerge a better and a stronger person. But yes, the support of your spouse is very, very important at that time.
And for everybody else, go ahead and don't use this lockdown as an excuse to not, to not exercise. We're all doing it. Chavi's got some amazing workouts on her page, amazing recipes on her page. So I'm sure that all of you are going to immensely benefit from it. And really, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.